Yo! Welcome back to Mega Man X4 Weapon Master, a no damage run dedicated to using X's arsenal to its fullest potential. Alrighty, I don't have a witty intro today, so let me just say something. If you're new to my videos, I implore you to watch part 1 first. I get quite a few complaints about me using the X Buster too much when I've quite literally explained this already. This is a series from beginning to end of the game, so of course I'll have to rely on the Buster until I acquire more weapons.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
What the hell was going on there? Ah yeah, this is good momentum. And gosh, what? That's never happened before. God damn it. I'm going to pretend that never happened. Yeah, let's just do that. This stage is very fun. Even though it's in the same position as Spider Stage with a stage order, that doesn't stop us from being able to make the most of our small arsenal. As it stands now, we have 3 weapons, and the utility of Lightning Whip can already be put to work. Even from the 3 instances I've used it alone, I kinda felt like I relied on it a bit too much. Unlike Web Spider Stage, however, enemies here are practically set up for aiming laser shenanigans. It makes sense when you factor in how this is Storm Weapon. There we go. There's the fuck-ups. Storm Owl's weakness, so it stands to reason why the enemy placement is the way it is. Maintaining momentum while releasing the laser is exactly what makes it stand out from a lot of the other weapons. Owl Stage in general isn't that hard, but it does lend itself to being flexible with any weapon you have at this point. I'm not even going to bother breaking down Owl himself, since laser just disables him. Charged laser absolutely destroys him even more, so I didn't even feel the need to use it. Though I probably should have just to get it over with, but if this were a Buster only run, he'd be a little tougher. And the upgrade we've been waiting for is here, the arm parts. The brief destruction of the mini-boss is only a tiny sample of just how charged weapons are a complete game changer for X4, but I'll address that big elephant before I get flooded with inquiries. Yes, I picked stock arm over plasma. I'd like to think the reasoning is fairly straightforward and I shouldn't have to explain myself too much. This is a direct follow-up to something I said in part 1, which is why, again, if you're new here, please watch the parts before this one. Plasma is a stage-based upgrade. Initially, it's a beginner-friendly option due to how effortlessly it clears mobs. However, it's less than ideal due to the lingering plasma's weak damage triggering boss iframes, way before you can fire another charge shot. It's also a bit unbalanced, since it undermines the use of weapons in stage traversal in general. And given the challenge run I'm doing, using plasma or the ultimate armor completely tarnishes the integrity of this run. Stock arm is much more flexible. It's better for boss battles due to the normal iframe cycles. While it lacks the ability to pierce through projectiles, it makes up for it with decent damage per shot. Not to mention sturdy enemies like ride armors get destroyed by spamming barrage of all 4 shots. The constant switching of weapons empties your reserve shots, however, so that's unfortunate to deal with. Still, stock would be pretty overpowered if you could maintain your ammo while charging weapons. I feel like if they just emptied the stocks if you tried to charged weapons, that'd be much better, but no use criticizing a 1997 game. Anyway, this is a Weapon Master run, so you won't be seeing much if any of that anyway. If you want to see high level stock shot gameplay, click the card in the upper right of the screen for my arms part only run. Ultimately, plasma and stock is up to player preference. Each have their pros and cons, and it's up to you on which suits your style. So, remember when I said in the beginning of the run on how X4 weapons will get criticism here and there? Well, say hello to Double Cyclone, a weapon whose worth is entirely based on your creative ability. Outside of some niche usage like giving yourself a delayed fall or clearing the way within a tight passage, this thing is far outclassed by every single weapon in the game. It's not a beginner-friendly weapon, and I will not delude anyone into thinking otherwise. It's not useless, no weapon is, but depending on the type of player you are, you'll get little to no mileage out of it, especially if you're a speedrunner or a player like me who's a hybrid of speed and technique. I won't hold this property of freezing X in place against it too much, because that's just a speedrunning grievance, and these games are not designed with speedrunning in mind. I'm judging based on a casual and challenge runner perspective, but even still, there's just not enough reward for using it to make up for the fact that it leaves X wide open to damage, especially the charged version. Not to mention the charged version is super finicky. Yes, it can one-shot ride armors, but if you're at an odd angle, sometimes all of the multi-hits do not register, and if that happens when the ride armors from /B stage are charging you, you're just done. It's also the weapon that suffers the most from enemy invulnerability. Some of the sturdiest enemies are ones that you would want to use its high damage charge on. Yet when a lot of them are immune to the damn thing, you're just left with a weapon that you have to go out of your way to make practical use of. Again, it's not useless. I even put it to use here and there in this run. It's just that other weapons can do its job better and efficiently on a more consistent basis. You want to get rid of a sturdy enemy immediately or just end a mob's existence? Charged laser and slasher are like right there. You want to kill enemies before they appear on screen? Charged ground hunter, my friend. You want to shield yourself from projectiles? Cyclone can do that to an extent, but that's literally Frost Tower's job. I could go on and on, but I think you get the point here. Trust me, I wish I could love this weapon. Hell, it has the coolest looking charged animation in my opinion, but with the plethora of options I have, it falls short. If you're a slower paced player, however, I have good news for you. It can be a great damage tool if you're just taking your time. When you're just cruising along, you'll find many opportunities to take advantage of its lingering wind blades and high charge damage. But even for players like me who love doing unnecessary shit for the sake of it, it leaves a lot to be desired. But that's just my opinion. It's useful as you make it. So yeah, I'm done with that. Next up is a brief intermission against Colonel. So yeah, an absolute breather and a stupidly short video. I might just merge him and Jet Stingray into the same video, since Colonel just feels like a waste of a week's episode, and Stingray's stage itself is the most boring thing ever for a special challenge run like this. Either way, I'm out. Stay chill, y'all.